What's up guys, HockeyDude1940 here, and we are back with the Colorado Avalanche. And we simulated in the last video, past the trade deadline. We made one big trade at the trade deadline, acquiring Jarome Iginla for a third line. A pretty big addition. Let's see how the team plays out the next month with Jarome Iginla in the lineup. And kind of a little off topic already, but I went on Hockey Ultimate Team earlier, and I saw they released a new Team of the Week, finally. They released a new one. It's with all the players from free agency, you know, all the guys who signed. And it looks like an amazing Team of the Week. Like, honestly, it's one of my favorite Team of the Weeks they've released so far. I just love seeing all the players on their new teams. There's a 92 Spezza, a 93 Miller. Is it a 92 Miller? I think it's a 93 Miller. There's a 90 Dan Boyle, you know, Matt Niskanen, Orpik, Garrison, all those guys. They're all in the Team of the Week, which is pretty cool. You know, I'm not too, you know, eager to go out and buy any, just because I can easily go. I already have a Dan Boyle Hut Live. Actually, I've had one for a while. The 87 Boyle. I had it months ago, like way before he was signed by the Rangers. And I just put a Rangers change team on him. I mean, honestly, I really don't care what his original team is. I can put a change team on anybody. So, I mean, you're basically just paying the extra amount for the stats. But I'm not going to buy any, because I know the prices are just going to go down very quickly, as it did with my Nathan MacKinnon. Because I checked on the Dan Boyles, and they were going for like $100K. There was only a couple on the market, and I know in about a week they're going to end up going for like $30K, so, or $20K. So, I wasn't quick to go out and buy one. I don't think I'm going to open any packs. I mean, I spent so many pucks. I mean, at one point I was at like 1.2 or 1.3 mil, and after going through Hut Roulette and pack openings and everything, I lost a lot of pucks. So I'm kind of just focused on working the market now. I think I'm back up to like 820K. So I plan on keeping most of that for now. I really want to try to go after a guy like Pavel Datsyuk or Ovechkin or Crosby. And I also still want at least 300K left over to try to get the biggest bonus I can for NHL 15, because I think the most you can get is 150K. So that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, alright, back with the Avalanche. We have 48, 24, and 4. Pretty nice record. Why did I go to coaching options? Stats Central. Let's check out where we're at in the league. We are second in the league, first in the Western Conference. So, pretty good. Colorado Avalanche are already at 100 points in the season. Pretty nice. We've already clinched a playoff spot. Let's just check all this stuff out. Goals for per game, we're 5th in the league. Goals against per game, 4th. Nice. Power play percentage, 10th. Not terrible. Penalty kill percentage, 7th. Pretty good. At home, away, our records last 10, 8-2-0. So we're doing very, very good right now. I guess we'll check out the player stats before the end of the season. See what we have as of right now, see who can maybe step it up before the end of the season. Also check out Jarome Iginla. I know we won't be... one thing I'm really hoping for NHL 15 is being able to tell how many points players have for your team and the previous team they had. Because, you know, if you go on, like, NHL.com or something, you can look at a player and you can see his stats on each team he's played for throughout the season. In this, you can't see that. Like, if I go down to Iginla, he's 38 points in 76 games. I have no idea what he has so far this season for my team. All I can see is, you know, total with Boston and Colorado. So that's one thing I hope they fix. Patrick Kane, 80 points in 76 games. Pretty amazing. That's his first season with us. Look at that. In the past 98-point seasons. Jesus. Whew. Okay, we only have a few games left here. We're going into April, I believe. Yes, we are. Only a few games left. We'll send that up to the last game of the season. Let's see if we can get to 50 wins. Yep, there's one. We're at 49 now. Patrick Kane, 32 goals. Pretty nice. we look at Cody Hodgson. He's gotten pretty good, huh? I got 79 points this season. Buffalo, they've got a good player. A good young player there in Cody Hodgson. And the Buffalo Sabres, what a rebuild. I mean, they quickly became from being the worst team in the league to right back. I mean, they're not a playoff team, but I mean, their rebuild. They got so much young talent, so many draft picks they added. I mean, they did a great job with their rebuild. I mean, that was incredible what they did. And, you know, picking up Sam Reinhart and all those younger players. They signed Matt Molson in the offseason. So, yeah, they're looking pretty good. They held on to Tyler Myers, which was smart. A scouting assignment. And as of right now, I'm going to be recording about 8 episodes of GM Mode straight in a row because I'm going to South Carolina in 2 days from right now on Friday. It is currently Wednesday night as I'm recording this video. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to record or have the time to upload videos while I'm down there because we're going to be really busy. So just to be safe, I'm recording a ton of content beforehand. So if you guys leave a comment saying like, oh, do this, do that, and I don't respond or I don't make the change for the next video, it's not because I didn't see it or I don't care about your opinion. It's just because I didn't, it's just because the videos are already recorded and scheduled to go up on specific days. So, you know, don't be insulted if I don't take your idea into consideration. It's just because, you know, I already did it, so. So yeah, so I'm actually going to get through a lot tonight, but you guys will only see a little bit here. Well, yeah, we'll just... Oh, I did not mean to go to play game. Sim game. We'll just slow simulate the last game here. We were down 2-1. Ooh, look at that. Reed Boucher and Nail Yakupov are up 3-2, and there we go. Nail Yakupov, another power play goal. And we win that the last game of the season 4-2. Pretty nice. And another thing, I saw Danny Heatley sign a 1-year, $1 million contract with the Anaheim Ducks today. That's pretty good for the Ducks. I mean, they've added a lot in the offseason. You know, Ryan Kessler and Danny Heatley. I'm not sure where Danny Heatley fits on their team. I need to look at the roster. I'm not sure if he's a second liner or third liner. I'm sure Danny Heatley still has some gas left in the tank, but you know, who knows? We'll just simulate up to see who we're facing in the playoffs. We will check out the stats for the season, the standings, all that stuff. Playoff tree. And we're facing the Minnesota Wild. Alright, so we got a new team going up against us. It's not Chicago or Anaheim or any of them. So we'll check out the stats. Team standings. We finished second in the league. Oh man, the Canadians, they just had us. We were 6 points out of the President's Trophy. Second in the league. First in the Western Conference. Not bad. Western Conference champs. I will take that. In year 3, that's pretty good. Let's go over here. Goals for per game. We are 4th in the league, averaging almost 3 goals per game. That's nice. Goals against per game. 4th in the league, only 2.35 goals against per game. That's very good. Power play percentage, 10th in the league. That's where I was at before. So pretty consistent there. Penalty kill, 5th in the league, 85%. Exactly. That's nice. Home record. Wow, we were a lot better at home than we are on the road. In last 10, 6-3-1. So those are the team stats. And now we're going to look at player stats from the season. Let's see who carried the team pretty much. I'm sure Duchesne, Kane, and Boucher really lit it up. I saw Boucher led us in goals, so it's pretty cool. Or no, maybe it was, yeah, it was goals. Patrick Kane, 86 points in 82 games. His first year on the Colorado Avalanche. He has a above point per game season. That's fantastic. 32 goals, 54 assists. Can't ask for much more from Patrick Kane. Definitely worth the contract we signed him to. Matt Duchesne, almost an 80-point season, almost a point per game, 22 goals, 57 assists. Very good season for him. And then Reed Boucher, 60 points. I mean, what I found is that on the first line, you can't have 3 guys with like 80-plus points. So these 2 guys, they were kind of the assist mans, as you can see, like 50-plus assists. This guy, he was scoring the goals, 33 goals, led the team in goals. That's a great year for Boucher. I had an 84 overall. Nathan MacKinnon, 60 points exactly on the second line. Very good year for Nathan MacKinnon. Justin Williams, 23 goals, 48 points. Nice free agent signing there. And then Nail Yakupov, 45 points, 21 goals. What did he get last year? 55. Alright, so he did go down. It seemed like he went down a little bit, but I mean, he is now sharing the goal production with Justin Williams. So that could be it. Last year he was playing with Ryan O'Reilly, I believe, on that second line. So, and last year, since Ryan O'Reilly's a two-way forward, more of the goals were going to Yakupov. But since we have two snipers on that second line now, it's more balanced, the goal scoring. So that's fine. Tyson Barrie, a 40-point season. Very nice for Tyson Barrie, 85 overall. Wow, pretty consistent, 41 points, or 42 points, 41, 41. Very consistent. Tyson Barrie, plus minus, very nice. Jerome McGinley, I have no idea what he did for us compared to what he did in Boston. I'm sure he's done great, but we haven't been able to see that. Johnson, 34 points, very nice. Ryan O'Reilly, 30 points in that third line. That's very good. Ryan Murray, Strawman, and now we're getting down there. Also some depth goal scoring. I mean, our fourth line actually scored a bit of points. I mean, usually you see fourth lines get like 10 points, maybe a little less. Dominic Moore at 40 points. Or I believe he's a third line center, actually. I'm not sure. But Talbot, 18 points. Not bad. Alright, goalies. Semyon Varlamov, 2.28 goals against, average 51, 26, and 3. 92.39 save percentage. Very nice for Semyon Varlamov. Let's check out the playoff tree. Let's see what the bracket looks like. Anaheim versus Nashville. Ooh, the Battle of Ontario. Calgary versus Edmonton. Colorado and Minnesota. And Winnipeg and St. Louis. And then the East, you have another Canadian matchup. Montreal, Ottawa, Buffalo, Toronto, New Jersey, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Columbus. Alright, some pretty nice matchups there. So if we win this series, we will face either Winnipeg or St. Louis. I mean, now we're getting deep into the years. I mean, it's already year 3, so the teams could look a little bit different. We will actually check out the Minnesota Wild in this video, since we do have a couple minutes to spare here. So I'll check out the Minnesota Wild, see what we're dealing with heading in to the next video, the first round. A few lines. Over to Minnesota. Minnesota Wild, first line, Parise, Koivu, and Pominville. Very nice first line. The only thing about that first line, wait, where was I? Minnesota, there we go. They don't have any snipers. They have 2 playmakers that are 86 or lower, and then they have Zach Parise, who's just a beast. So they don't have any snipers on that first line, but I think that's fine. It's still a great line. Second line, Molson, Granlund, and Danny Heatley. Molson and Heatley, I'm sure they have great shooting categories. It's just defense and physical that brings them down. And Michael Granlund, or Mikael Granlund, young Finnish player, 82 overall. I'm sure that's fine there. And then on the third line, Brouwer, Armstrong, and Kuhlman. You got 2 grinders with a sniper. And the fourth line, you have Charlie Coyle, Dan Carcillo, and Jason Zucker. I'm not sure about that Armstrong guy. I'm not sure how good his face-off category is. I know Carcillo's not a center, so that'll be interesting. I mean, overall, it's an okay team, but I think we can definitely handle them. Defensively, Brodin and Blum's. Wow, why is Suter on the second line defense? That's interesting. Alright, so Blum, I'm sure he's a great offensive defenseman, good shooting category. Brodin, 82 overall, he could be, a decent player, but he's more fit for the third line. Ryan Suter, a beast defenseman. I'm not sure why he's on the second line. And then Spurgeon, an offensive defenseman. And then you got Scandella and Klein. A pretty nice defensive core. It would be a lot better if Suter were on that first line. And then in the net, they have Josh Harding. So Josh Harding and Ilya Brizgalov. So we should have this team. They have a decent defensive core. Not so great goaltending, and an okay offense, other than Zach Parise. Parise is amazing, but we should be able to handle them. I'm not really worried about the Minnesota Wild. So in the next video, we will simulate round 1 and hopefully make it to the second round for the 3rd year in a row. That is going to do it for this episode, guys. I will see you in the next one.